Ryan Upton, Solution Engineer with ATS. I wanted to quickly run through a demo that shows both SMS and voice integration with Salesforce using Twilio. This is the demo that I did in my Dreamforce presentation, and I wanted to do something that was a little different than the standard warehouse application in the workbook, and something that was ultimately maybe a little funner. It's a real simple demo. Two very straightforward, very simple REST integration points, which I'll show now how they work. So you'll notice that I've started off by creating a custom application, which I've called Reminder Application, and I have two custom objects referenced by the tabs Reminders and Locations. That's really all there is to it. So we start off by creating a new reminder. And here we'll just call this reminder web demo text. We'll set my delivery method as text. We'll keep the location from the example I used in the Dreamforce. And we will type in a message. We'll say this is your text reminder. Very straightforward and simple. We'll set the default time, reminder time for now. So what happens when I save this is a couple of things. One, I have a validation rule in here that looks to make sure that I have a mobile number and all of that good thing, and then a trigger which keys in on two things, actually one thing, and that's the delivery method. It does an evaluation. If the delivery method is text, it then knows it's going to send an SMS message to the targeted endpoint. In this case, it's my mobile phone. If its value is set to call, it's going to turn around and then just call my mobile phone. So fairly straightforward. This is integrating with the Twilio to Salesforce toolkit, which is available on the Twilio site. It's very easy to download and install, and exceptionally easy to get the Force.com platform integrated with that toolkit and making REST calls out to the Twilio API. So you would set this up using, like you would any other outbound call. Specifically, I'm going to have a secure endpoint that points out to Twilio, so a remote endpoint rather, that points out to Twilio. And also, since I'm calling the web services from a trigger, I've had to create a little helper class that has the future methods that enqueues those calls and passes on to Twilio, since you can't call a trigger directly from within reverse that. You can't call a web service directly from within a trigger. So it's pretty straightforward in that regard. So let me save this, and if all works well, I have a new message, which we see here. Send from your Twilio trial account, and this is the text that I typed in. This is your text reminder. Again, pretty straightforward. Close this. Let me go through and create another one. And we'll call this one web demo call. Set the delivery method to call. The location, we'll also just use the one location I have in here. And then here is your voice message. We'll make this one a little longer so we can hear it on the phone. Don't forget to be where you need to be. And again, we'll just default the reminder time here. So I'm going to hold my phone up a little close to the microphone so we could hear the ring, and then we'll see it integrated here with my iPhone. So let me save this, switch back over to my iPhone.
Please upgrade to a full account to remove this message. Here's your voice message. Don't forget to be where you need to be.
And there you have it. Very straightforward. So the only other piece that bears mentioning is the creation of a separate page to handle the Twilio ML for the voice application, so that's pretty straightforward as well. I've called it Reminder ML, and it just instructs what to do, Twilio what to do on the callback. And we're basically just saying, say the reminder. So this is a variable that gets pulled out of my custom controller. This custom controller gets called back from the method that initiates the voice integration with Twilio. So this is just a callback URL. The callback URL maps into this custom controller. The custom controller grabs the reminder text that I put into that reminder field when I saved it, and it just simply speaks it back here. What I've done, of course, this needs to be public facing, so I've taken this page and I've put it inside of a force.com sites. So fairly straightforward demo for the most part. It can be valuable in the sense that occasionally we get questions and requests to show SMS text integration with Salesforce, and occasionally some voice integration as well. So if you do find that you have someone asking you about these things, hopefully now you have yet another arrow in your quiver to shoot at the problem. So feel free to reach out to me if you need help getting this set up or installed in your own trial or demo, and enjoy.